All right, folks, it seems like it's about that time. We have a lot of people checked in on Twitter, a lot of people signing in from all over the world. I'm really excited, and you are going to learn a lot today about how to get more leads and sales for your business using Facebook campaigns. So I hope a lot of you are ready to take notes and take some of these practices that we have and implement them for your business to help increase sales and grow your business as a whole. So we have lots of people who said they're interested in sales, interested in working with email leads. So here we go. In the next 30 minutes, here's what you're going to learn. First, how an online small seller called Solostove collected over 400 new email leads with one Facebook contest. Next, I'll show you Solostove used to generate revenue from these email leads directly after the contest ended. And next, after that, I'll show you the steps you can follow to run your own campaign and sell to these new leads you've collected right away. So a lot of you obviously have probably heard a little bit about Heyo, but for those of you who haven't heard of Heyo, real quick, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the business. So we started a few years back in a Virginia Tech dorm room by a current student. His name is Nathan Latka. You can see him pictured here. He started the business from his dorm room and grew a fan page really fast, over 100,000 likes. And he started getting asked to come speak all over the country, be featured in different social media blogs, books. The Wiley series, who writes the Dummy books, asked him to be featured in the Facebook for Dummies book. And as you can see, he's spoken all over, and we've been featured all over the internet. Lots of big sites like the Wall Street Journal, Facebook, the Social Media Examiner, Jeff Bullis, lots of other places. So that's a little bit about Heyo. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, I know a lot of you are already engaging with the GoToWebinar questions. Feel free to keep putting any questions you have throughout the webinar in there. We have Alex, Chris, and Brooks from our team in there to help answer any questions, so definitely put those in there. And before I move forward, I told you a little bit about me, and I've seen a little bit about some of your businesses on the GoToWebinar questions, but just so I have a better idea of who's joining in today, answer the poll you can see on your screen. So, who are you? An entrepreneur, a small business, an agency, or a consultant? There's lots for all of you to learn, but I'm going to try and make sure I'm getting the most relevant information out for you all. So I'd like to know who's joining on today. 40% of you voting. Go ahead and vote so we're not holding it up. I'll wait till we get to about 65% of you have voted, and then I'll share the results with you. Awesome. So I'll go ahead and share those results so you can see who else is joining on with you here today. So we spoke with Stuart beforehand, who works with the golf industry, Joy, who sells art, lots of other people, but here's who's on. So 44% of you are entrepreneurs, 34% small business, 9% of you are agencies, and 13% are consultants. Awesome. Well, once again, here's a reminder of what you'll learn in the next 30 minutes. So if this is something that you want to hear, make sure to stay tuned and take good notes. So how the small online seller Solostove collected over 400 new email leads with one Facebook contest, the smart email tactics they use to generate revenue from those leads, the steps you can follow to run your own campaign, and at the end of the webinar, we'll have a live Q&A and pick a winner for the Heyo Notes contest. So throughout, if you're taking notes on the webinar, feel free to tweet those notes to us at #HeyoNotes, and at the end of the webinar, we'll pick a winner based on who gets the most creative with their notes. So if you have a dog sitting next to you or a cat, get them in the picture. If you're at a workshop, you have tools by you, get those in the picture. Get crafty with it, and we'll pick a winner and give away a free Heyo t-shirt at the end. So first, I've talked about Solostove a couple times. I'm going to fill you in a little bit of who they are and how they might relate to you in your business so you can use these similar strategies they use. So Solostove was founded by Jeff Ian. They sell camp stoves and other cooking accessories to camping enthusiasts, and 100% of their business is on line. So I know Joy, who I talked to before the webinar, is trying to get to online sales instead of a gallery. There are probably a lot of others of you who have a product very similar that you're selling online. So hopefully you can take these strategies and implement them for yourself. So their business goals at Solostove were to increase their brand awareness for their products via blogs and social media, get more leads and build their email list, and to drive more new and repeat business to solostove.com via email. So email is huge. I'm sure a lot of you are probably already doing email marketing. If not, it's one of the only ways to actually reach and directly communicate with potential customers. So it's very valuable to be on email marketing. So here's the campaign that Solostove ran. I'll give you guys a second to digest that. It's over on the left-hand side of my screen. So go ahead and look at that. So the first step for their success of getting sales was running a contest where they had the goal of collecting as many relevant email leads as possible. And later on the webinar, make sure to stay tuned. I'll talk to you about how you can make sure those are relevant emails and not just emails that aren't going to do anything for you. So as you can see, their contest on the left here, they were giving away a stove. They have share features built in, an easy email opt-in, and some more information about the stove and the business. So here's the highlights of their campaign. They ran a sweepstakes contest. Their prize was a free camp stove, so one of their own products, which was a $100 value. They ran the contest for 10 days, and I'll talk to you about timing in a little bit. They collected over 1,000 emails, or 1,000 impressions, so that's how many eyes were laid on this contest. And they captured 474 emails. Now, I'm assuming all of you would probably like that amount of new emails directly into your email list. So you can see that's pretty successful for them. And the conversion rate of that was 46%. So 46% of the people that saw their contest actually entered in. A typical conversion rate on a Facebook contest or an opt-in rate is around 10 to 15%. We see our averages here at Heyo around the 20% mark. So this one was extremely successful. Now, the follow-up. This is extremely important in how you're actually going to get revenue from your business. So Stuart, when I talked to you beforehand, he's a golf coach. He talks about the mindset of golf. He doesn't actually teach golfing. Obviously, he wants more business. So this is how you can actually get that. And everyone else listening in, you can do the same. So they have here two different email follow-ups. So the first one on the left, I'll go ahead and let you read that. So go ahead and read this email on the left first. So this is the email they sent out when their contest ended. So in case you can't see that on your screen, basically this email is saying that the contest came to the end and the winner page. Then it notified them that they did not win, but to continue checking for emails and following them on social media for other contests and giveaways. So that's pretty crucial there. The most crucial part of the email is at the bottom, though. This is how they actually drove revenue for their business. So all of you are signed on here today to drive more revenue. This is how you can do that with the email follow-up. So they made everyone a winner by offering 10% off the next purchase and gave them a promo code to use at the checkout on their website. And to create urgency behind this, so people would actually go to the website right then and there and actually purchase, they put a coupon expire code down at the bottom. So they gave them about a week to go to their website and use that coupon code. Then the second email on the right is another important part of following up. So as I mentioned with the left email, they said continue to check emails about more contests and giveaways throughout the year. So this is an email they sent out a few months later notifying that there was a photo contest running and there was a chance to win a $150, $75, or $50 gift card from REI, Patagonia, or Cabela's. So they linked them directly into their next contest. They also linked them to their website so people could potentially go purchase there as well. So funny that we're doing this webinar here today because Solostove actually sent another email out yesterday similar to this one but they're running a contest live. So I'll go head over to their Facebook page real quick so you can see their current giveaway. So here it is. It's not a photo contest. You can see the engagement they have on this post. So 171 likes, 22 comments, 59 shares. I'll go ahead and click through so you can see that contest. So that was them promoting their contest. And here's their current contest that's actually live right now. There's 12 days left on it. So this is another example of what actually live. So you guys have already probably started brainstorming some ideas for prizes, and I'll talk about the importance of picking a relevant prize here in just a minute. So Facebook contests. Obviously, I've talked a lot about getting revenue, and all of you want more revenue for your business. So I'm going to go through 9 steps right now that are super important to build that email list from running one of these contests, and then how to start generating the revenue with emails like I've just showed you. So here's where you'll really want to make sure you're taking notes, and tweet those to us with the hashtag Heyo Notes towards the end of the webinar to enter that contest to win a free Heyo t-shirt. So the first important step for running a contest on Facebook is having a strong incentive. As I just mentioned, it's extremely important. Do not give away something like an iPad, an Amazon gift card that everyone will want. Yes, that'll give you a mass volume of emails, but how relevant are those actually going to be for your business? I'm talking to you, Chuck, Claire, Colette, Daniel, Emily, Jack, everyone listening in. How relevant are emails if they're not actually emotionally aligned with your business? So give away a prize that aligns with your fans and feature it in the image. So for Stuart, who is a golf coach and helps the mental aspect of the game, that might not be giving away a free session. Maybe that's giving away a golf club or something along those lines. So not always giving away your prize or your service or your product as a prize will work, but give away something that ties into your brand to make people want to enter that contest, and then you're already pre-qualifying those email leads. The second important step for a Facebook urgency. So just like I talked about urgency in that email campaign with the promo code, it's important to create urgency directly on the contest itself. So your Facebook contest will not convert if you don't encourage the user to take action right then and there when they're on the page. I'm sure a lot of you know when you're on Facebook, there are hundreds of different links that you can click to drive you away from this contest. So it's important to have that countdown to make people enter right then and there. And based on our testing, it's best to have a countdown that has 7 days or less left on it to really encourage that urgency factor. Step 3, make it easy to enter. Make it very visible, very evident to the user how they can enter the contest. Feature that email opt-in as the first step in the contest. So there are some easy ways to integrate the campaign directly with email marketing platforms. So I'm sure a lot of you are already on email marketing. Go ahead and type in the GoToWebinar questions, if you're using an email marketing platform, which one? So you're using an Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact, Campaign Monitor. What email marketing platform are you using? MadMimi, Aweber, MailChimp, Aweber, Constant Contact. Awesome. So a lot of you, wow, Infusionsoft, awesome. So we have a lot of direct integrations, ton of MailChimp people here, a lot of email marketing integrations, so you can put them right into a drip campaign after they've entered. So this is extremely important. Step 4, let them market for you. So make it easy for the people entering your contest to actually organically market this contest for you. So that'll help so you don't have to pay for Facebook ads, boosting posts. Yes, those things can obviously help, but you might as well have the entrants market the contest a little bit for you. So asking them to like your Facebook page, share on Facebook, and tweet will get your campaign free traffic from social networks. And this is what that might look like. So turning your fans into the marketers. So as you can see, Paul at the top of this funnel here enters your contest and shares to his Facebook followers and then tweets it out. His fans, some of them will see it, or followers on Twitter, and they'll come enter for themselves, and they'll share it with their friends. So you can see this kind of has the viral marketing component built directly in. So it's a great tool to get free ads for your campaign. Step 5, brand trust. So this is extremely important as well. Do not jam your brand into a rigid Facebook contest that doesn't allow your brand voice to come through. Feature your logo in the top left so people are seeing that brand image when they're coming on. And you can highlight your brand voice and personality in the bottom right where you're explaining rules about the contest, rules about the or details for you to really speak through your brand voice to reach those fans. Number 6, mobile is a must. So how many of you realized how many of Facebook's daily users are only using their mobile phones? So if you look at the statistic on my screen, the right-hand side here, how many of you knew that that was a true statement? That came directly from Facebook's last earnings call. So 48% of the people using Facebook are only ever going on from their mobile phones. Not once will they see Facebook on a desktop or a laptop. They're only going on from their mobile phones. Did any of you already know that? Go ahead and type in the GoToWebinar questions yes if you already knew that statistic. I bet a lot of you probably didn't know that how important it was to be on mobile. Awesome. So a lot of you already knew that. Terrific. Yeah, so a lot of you already knew that. That's great. So having your campaign mobily optimized will actually spike your conversion rate around 15%. So you're missing out on half the traffic if you don't publish it to mobile, but it'll spike the conversion rate, so emails you collected from impressions, about 15%. And if you have any questions, remember, go ahead and type them in the GoToWebinar questions. We have Alex, Chris, and Brooks from our team in there to help answer those for you. So step 7, send a thank you email. So as I mentioned, if you're already on an email marketing platform, you can sync that with the Heyo campaign, and then as soon as those people provide their email, as you can see with Solostove's campaign, they thank them immediately for entering the contest and reminded them that they'll be announcing the winner on May 6th. Watch their inbox for other emails. That way people are going to open those follow-up emails with that promo code, which then they converted into sales. They also sent them a link so they could read up on why the stoves work so well. So there are a lot of things that you can think about and plan ahead of time to make sure your campaign is going to be successful. So taking notes on these 9 steps, which I'm almost done with, is very crucial for having success with your campaign. Send the winning announcement. So you guys already saw this email, but this is just a reminder. So send a timely email within a day of the contest ending, letting them know that unfortunately they didn't win, but to stay tuned to check emails and on social media for future contests and giveaways. But then most importantly, all of you are interested in getting more revenue for your business, so putting a simple promo code at the email with, once again, the urgency to go purchase a great way to actually get sales from running one of these contests. And step 9, follow up with future campaigns. So if you plan on running other campaigns down the road with different prizes, maybe giving away similar products that you guys have, make sure to follow up and let them know that there's another contest running. Now I know some of you may be thinking, so Jeremy, Jennifer, Jeff, Carrie, Lee, I know some of you guys are probably thinking, why would I email them about the contest when all they're going to be doing is providing me their email, which I already have? Well, as I showed you, once they enter, they're going to use those built-in share features to market it to their friends. So they'll help you market the contest. So it's very important to have this follow-up email as well. So real quick, I can go ahead and build a live example since I've already talked to Stuart before the webinar started, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can unmute him again. And we're going to build a live example of a contest so you guys can see how easy it really is to build one of these campaigns. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find Stuart again. Stuart, I've got you unmuted again. Are you still with me?
Hello, Sam.
Awesome. I can hear you again. So is it cool if we build a contest for you live right now in front of everyone?
To quote you, it'd be awesome. Thank you.
All right, terrific. So I'm going to go ahead. I already have his website pulled up. So this is his website. So remind people that may not have heard you earlier what your business does real quick, 5 seconds.
It's all about the mind control, so not the swing patterns or anything else, just about the mind control to get you playing the golf to your very best and taking 3 shots off your score.
Awesome. So as you guys just heard, Stuart's business is to help with the mindset behind golf. So do you have any particular prize in mind that we could give away for your contest based on what I told you about the prizes of what you should focus on?
I would go for a home putter set. So it's a transportable putting set that you can take anywhere on holidays or to a hotel, for example.
Fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and look that up real quick so we can find an image of it. So so we'll find one of these. We'll just grab, let's go back and grab that image. Oh, it disappeared on me. We'll just,
It'd be a home putting set rather than the green.
I'll try that. Here we go. So we're thinking one of these ones?
Yeah, see that one second row down, second in from the left? That's it.
Awesome. So I'll just grab this image URL for time's sake here. I'll go over to the Heyo Builder. So once you're in the Heyo Builder, this is what your dashboard will look like. So this is your home screen when you're logged in. You click this giant orange Create a Campaign button. So there are lots of different things you can do using the Heyo platform, but today we're focused on sales and revenue and capturing those email leads. So we're going to run a social contest, Stuart. And the one I've showcased here today was the sweepstakes template. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. As you can see, there are photo contests, refer a friend, a group deal, video contest. The sweepstakes one seems to drive the best results, so I'm going to pick that one. And the editing process is very, very simple. So as you can see on the right-hand side here, there are 6 different things that you can do to edit within the template here. So you just click through each of them to edit them in. So I'm going to go back over here and grab your branding real quick. So is this the best logo to use?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Awesome.
it is.
So I'm going to copy the image URL. If you don't have your image online, you can easily upload it from your computer. So you can upload directly from your computer. I'm just going to paste in the image URL, brings in his image, and then I'm going to continue with the editing process. So Stuart, do you remember how much time I should put on the countdown here?
7 days, below 7 days.
Okay, so say I'm not going to launch this until Saturday. I'm just going to leave the countdown here because by the time I launch it, it'll be about 7 days. So
Yeah.
7 days. Next, I'm going to edit the sign-up form. So as you can see, we integrate directly with a lot of different email marketing platforms. Are you on one already, Stuart?
Aweber.
Aweber. So we don't have an Aweber account, but you would connect with Aweber. So you would log in. You can pick the specific list you want these emails sent into.
Yeah.
So whether that's creating a new list for this contest or just putting them in a generic leads list you have, you can pick the specific list. So then you can set up the email drip campaign. So once you've synced with that, the next step is the share settings. So you would put in your Facebook fan page URL. Do you already have a Facebook page? It looks like you do.
Yes, I do.
So I'm going to go over here, copy your URL,
That's it.
paste that in there. The link to share/tweet. So this is what will be the link that's created for the share on Facebook and the tweet when they click to tweet. So as you can see with the note, leaving it blank will default it to driving them back into this campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that blank. And then this text is going to be the pre-populated text in both the share and the tweet. So I just entered to win a home putting set from, do you have a Twitter handle? Is it just at Fearless Putting?
At Fearless Putting, yeah.
From at Fearless Putting, click here to enter for yourself. So this is how you can get that free traffic. This text will be pre-populated in the share on Facebook and Twitter. So we're done with that step. Then the contest image. So I'm going to go back over here and grab that home putting set. So obviously you'd want to spend a little time creating a graphic for this, but for time's sake, I'm just going to paste in that image we found. So you can see that actually, all right, but you'd spend a little more time putting some effort in the graphic. And then the last part here that you need to edit is this text. So this would be if you need to explain rules of the contest. So if you want it to say follow the steps to the left for your chance to win, to further demonstrate that they need to follow those steps, or if you need to put in rules about them having to be in the UK since you're in the UK, or if they can be anywhere, you can put any additional rules, regulations, details about the prize in this text field. And like I said, that's a great place to highlight your brand voice. So I'll leave that blank for now, but you would spend some time editing that text. There are a couple other things you can do in the options field here. So the page share metadata. So when people are clicking on the share link, this is how you can pull in information. So you can title what that share is going to be, and I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit after we publish this contest. You can make an image specifically for the share, so that share size image is optimized for when people are sharing. So you can put new images in. You can actually also sync it with Google Analytics to get further reporting on this contest. Any questions so far, Stuart? Pretty easy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you've already created your contest. You would obviously spend a little more time with the image and the text here, but you're pretty much ready to publish. So I'm going to go save and preview. Now, as you can notice on the right-hand side here, it will publish directly to Facebook, so as a custom tab on your page. It'll publish a mobile version for you, and it'll also publish to web. So you don't have to worry about hiring someone from Odesk to make a mobile version for you. It's already created. Do you want to see what that looks like, Stuart?
Yes, please.
So I'll go ahead and click the preview. Here it's showcased on an iPhone, but it'll format to fit any screen. Stacks everything. So you already have a mobile version of your contest. Pretty neat, huh?
Very good.
So it's already created, ready to publish. So I'm going to go ahead and click publish. It'll take a couple seconds. We'll go to a testing page. And then once it publishes here, it'll give you the URL that links directly into your contest. So you'll use this URL right here to promote your contest through any avenue you have, whether that's from a blog you have, an email list you already have, on Twitter, Facebook. You'll use this one URL, and it's a smart URL, so it'll be able to think and show the proper version of that contest to somebody entering. So if they're on their phone, it'll know to show them that mobile version. Or if they're on their desktop, it'll know to drive them into Facebook. So I'll go ahead and click on that URL so you can see the contest. So here's the contest. It's set up as a tab on your page, and you're already live, and you can start promoting it. Any questions about that publishing process for me, Stuart? Pretty straightforward?
It is very simple.
Awesome. Well, thanks for letting me do a live demo. I'm going to go ahead and jump back over to the slides. If anyone has any questions, make sure to put those in the GoToWebinar questions. So thanks for being a good sport, Stuart. I'm going to go ahead and mute you again. So you've seen the Solostove campaign, and you saw how easy it was to build one of these contests. So have Facebook campaigns worked for other businesses aside from Solostove? I'm going to go ahead and show you some case studies so you can see the different types of industries that have used this. So KnitPicks, a knitting company who sells yarn, used a Facebook contest. Their conversion rate was 64%. They had 5,000 people view it, and they captured 3,200 email leads to help grow their business using those email strategies I just showed you. Mantra Band, who makes and sells bracelets with different inspirational quotes, ran a campaign, and they converted 53% of the people that viewed it and captured 1,500 emails. Next, Inkwell Press, you can see how terrifically designed their campaign is in their email. So we've talked a lot about their email structures today, from Solostove to Inkwell Press here. This is their email letting people know that they've entered and letting them know when the prize would be announced, who won. And they also linked people to their Instagram on their email. So they were trying to build their Instagram page as well. So you can see there are a lot of different things you can do to help grow your business. So here's their contest. They captured 48% of the impressions into emails, and they captured 1,800 emails. Guru and Brothers, who sells hats, ran a campaign, captured almost 8,500 emails, and their conversion rate's one of the higher ones we've ever seen. And you worked on their graphics to tie in. So this is their campaign. As you can see, instead of having the white background, they chose a big image to put in the background. And they have this sticker here. They also had that same sticker on their link share post. So for those of you who don't know what a link share post is, that's when you share a link on Facebook, and they put in a custom image for that as well. So they had a lot of matching going on to really make people see their branding. So I know I've talked a lot about these contests and how they've worked for different businesses, but we've done a lot of research behind these campaigns and know who this will work well for and who it might not work well for. So we've run over 250,000 campaigns, done a lot of research into them, and if at least one of these is true for you, we know that you will have success with Heyo. So if you have one of these, your Facebook page has 500 likes or more, so we know you already have an existing audience on Facebook who can help organically market this. If you already use email marketing and have, at least 100 emails on your email list already, that's a way you can drive traffic to the contest. If on Facebook you don't have 500 fans yet, but your status updates get a few likes, shares, and or comments on each post, that way we know that you're getting a good organic reach so you can actually run one of these successfully. Or if you have an audience in another channel. So as I mentioned, emails already, or your website, blog traffic. If you have some way to initially promote this contest, that's how we know you'll have success. So next, folks, so far you've learned first how the online seller Solostove collected the new email leads with a Facebook contest. Then we showed you their smart email tactics that they used to generate revenue directly after this contest was over. I showed you how easy it was to build a Facebook contest using Stuart's golf coaching business. But stay tuned for a live Q&A and the Heyo Notes winner. Before we get to that, I want to know, because I'll consider today an absolute failure if you didn't learn anything on today's webinar. So go ahead over to heyo.com/chat and I'll meet you there, and let me know, yes or no, were there at least 2 actionable things you learned today that you can implement as strategies for your business to help get more revenue. So go ahead and jump over to heyo.com/chat, and I just jumped in the chat room. Let me know, yes or no, were there at least 2 actionable items that you learned that you can use as strategies for your business to grow revenue? So I'm seeing a lot of you already jumping in. Heyo! So go ahead and type yes or no. And if you did learn something valuable, go ahead and share with me what you found most interesting or something that you weren't already doing that you know you need to implement now. So go ahead. I'm seeing lots of yeses. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you guys learned a lot here today. Perfect. So over in the chat room, awesome, Joy. I'm glad you learned a lot. It is a lot easier, Marty. Terrific. So if you're interested in pricing about Heyo, type buy in that chat room. If not, I'll skip straight to the Q&A and show you one other high converting campaign. So go ahead and type buy if you're interested in pricing. If not, I'll go ahead and skip straight into Q&A and show you some other case studies of the highest converting. All right, let me find where that chat room went. I just lost it. I have too many tabs open. So if I have a couple, awesome. So there are, oh wow, there's quite a few of you. So I'll go ahead real quick into pricing before we get to a live Q&A. So here's what's included with every Heyo package. So you have the ability to launch one of these campaigns every other week. You have access to photo and video contest templates, as I briefly showed you. You have access to the giveaway and sweepstakes templates. You have access to other additional lead generation templates to collect more email leads. There's a direct email service provider integration to help double your lists. As you saw, there are mobile versions of your campaigns already built, so you don't have to go hire somebody else to help with that. You can stop paying the freelance developers and designers, as I just mentioned, for all of your campaign needs, because you saw how easy this was. You don't need to worry about Facebook shutting you down or other legal worries. We've paid our lawyers to make sure we comply with Facebook's terms of service, so you won't have to worry about that. And another great benefit is our super responsive customer support team. So I'm sure you've seen in the GoToWebinar questions today, those questions have been answered for you. If we haven't gotten to them yet, we'll make sure to answer them in the live Q&A here in a second. But as a bonus for attending today's webinar, here's what else we have for you guys here today. So let's see if my screen, there we go. So we'll feature your fan page or business in a blog post. This will help drive additional traffic into your website, your contest, if it's still running. We have hundreds of thousands of unique views on our blog every day, so this is really a valuable bonus. A personal one-on-one strategy call with myself to ensure success, so I'll talk through finding a good prize for your contest, any setup questions you might have, questions about link share posts, so I'll make sure you're going to have success using the best practices. We'll give you a white paper on 11 high converting ideas you can copy as an incentive or prize. Access to our invite-only mastermind group. You can't get this any other way. It's personally curated by our CEO, who knows some of the top, and they'll be in there helping respond to any questions you have about marketing as a whole. We'll send you a replay of today's webinar, as well as a slide deck if you want it. We'll send you a free ebook to the Secret to Stunning Visual Content. So as I'm sure a lot of you know, you have less than a second to capture someone's attention when they're scrolling through the news feed on Facebook. So this will help you craft images to really catch people's attention. And lastly, we'll give you a free 30-minute video course on making sure that you're publishing and discovering the right content the newsfeed loves. So that's a way to get your audience engaged on Facebook and increase the visibility of all your posts. So this is an extremely valuable bonus as well. So there are all the bonuses, and there's the total package. So what you get with Heyo already, the bonus is included, and it's a one-time fee, $300 for the full year. And if you want to take advantage of this, you have to buy live on the webinar today to get those bonuses. So go over /deal 2015 if you want to take advantage of these bonuses for joining us here today live on the webinar. So if you're a little hesitant about purchasing, we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Let's see if my screen will cooperate with me here. So we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to try this, aren't sure if it's something that's going to work for your business, 100%, no questions asked, we'll give you your money back so you can try it out. You've seen a lot of strategies of how to get revenue here today. So it's a pretty easy question to answer in your head. If you're not sure if you should buy or not, there is that 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee. So now's the time if you have any questions about the platform I talked about today that you might have more questions about. So go ahead, type those questions in the GoToWebinar questions, and I'll try and answer some of them here live for you. I'm going to unmute Joy, who I talked to earlier, who has an art gallery looking to go to an online store to see what she thought and see if she has any other questions. So Joy, I'm coming to unmute you. Joy, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
Awesome. So what'd you think? Is there anything that surprised you? Anything that you know you need to implement right now?
Well, I have tried doing some online contests before, or actually giveaways, and it has helped me get people going to my Fine Art America site.
Okay.
So that has helped, and I've just done that through Facebook.
Okay. So you've tried doing giveaways. Have they had those built-in share features in the mobile?
Nothing like that. It was just me typing it in. It wasn't anything like this.
Awesome. So do you think that this is something that would be beneficial for your business?
I think it probably would be. I'm not sure that I'm at that spot yet because I'm trying to make this big change,
Right.
and and I'm wondering if that would help me make the change. So I'm deep in thought now.
Right. Well, there's a lot of preparation that's needed to run in some of these contests, and
Yeah, there is.
my suggestion is making sure that you're ready for that transition, and then when you make that transition, you can come back and start running some of these campaigns to get those email leads to really help drive them to your store online. So if a lot of you out there are, concerned, or you're in a transition where you're moving to an online store, you don't have an audience yet, maybe wait. But if you're already at that point, we've showed you some valuable tools of how to actually turn those fans on Facebook into email leads and then directly into revenue following these campaigns. So I see a lot of questions coming through. I'm going to go ahead and try and answer some of those that I think a lot of other people might have. So I have a lot of people asking about the annual pricing subscription. So yes, we do only have that annual plan. Even if you were to go to the Heyo website, all there is that $300 annual option. But if you're purchasing on the webinar here today, you'll get those bonuses, which are over $480 worth of bonuses. So that in itself makes up for that price. And as you saw, you can immediately convert these people that are entering your contests into revenue. I'm seeing a lot of people asking, the agencies and consultants that have joined on, that have listened through and want to run these for their clients. We do have agency plans as well. Feel free to email me at J, just the letter J, and then my last name, Tucker, at heyo.com. So if you're an agency, want to know about agency pricing, or a consultant, feel free to email me just the letter J, last name Tucker, at heyo.com, and I'll go ahead and talk with you about how those plans work. So any other questions we have? Peter, Peter who's on says, go Hokies. He knows that we've started a Virginia Tech dorm room. Peter, go Hokies, right back at you. Let's see what other questions I can have. Folks, make sure to be putting the questions in GoToWebinar questions. I'll jump back to the bonuses. I have a lot of people asking about those. So go ahead and take a look at the screen. There are the bonuses. So feature your fan page or business in a blog post. So we get hundreds of thousands of unique traffic to the blog every month. So that's a huge bonus. A personal one-on-one strategy call with myself. So I'll jump on the phone with you. I know the best practices, what makes these work, what doesn't work. So I'll talk you through running your campaigns. The white paper of ideas for prizes and incentives for your contest. Access to our invite-only mastermind group, which you can't get any other way. A video replay of today's webinar in addition to the slide deck. The free ebook on the stunning visual content secrets. So that way you can make sure your images are capturing people's attention when they're scrolling through their newsfeed. And also the free 30-minute video course, which highlights how to find and publish content that'll be valuable to your audience. So those are the bonuses. I know a lot of you are asking about those in the deal. So those are the bonuses. They're only available through the end of the webinar here today. So if you want to claim that deal, go on over to heyo.com/deal 2015 to take advantage of those bonuses. I'm going to go ahead and look back through here to see if I have any other questions. Peter Coffey posting about the Hokies again, class of 2014, loving it. Do we integrate directly with GetResponse? That question's come through quite a few times. Not yet, but that's one that we've heard a lot of requests for, so that should hopefully be coming soon. A lot of people asking about their audience on Facebook. So as I mentioned, it doesn't necessarily have to be that 500 fan number on Facebook. If you have an audience somewhere else, whether that's a blog, website, existing email list, this can definitely still work for you. You don't have to be that 500 Facebook fan yet, but that can definitely help with being one way to promote this contest. So a lot of people are still asking about getting the offer. So as I mentioned, if you want the bonuses, so that's the real incentive with the offer right now. You can buy the plan at any time by going to heyo.com, but if you purchase on the webinar live today, you will get all those bonuses. A lot of people asking about services and other examples. So yes, we do have a lot of services. If you go ahead and type what your service is, I might be able to give you some better examples of how service professionals have used us in the past. We have a lot of coaches, similar to Stuart with the golf coaching. We have personal life coaches, financial services, real estate agents using us. There's a lot of different ones. It's just finding that right prize that'll resonate with your audience. So I'm looking through more questions to see what we might have. So it looks like Chris, Alex, and Brooks have done a great job answering questions. I've seen a bunch of people go through and purchase, so I'm going to go ahead and get them on and see their thoughts on the content today. So Kelly, I'm going to try starting with you to see if you have your mic connected. Kelly, are you there?
Oh.
Hi. You probably didn't think you were going to be a part of the webinar today, did you?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. How are you doing?
Wow. Let me plug my headphones in.
How are you doing today?
Good, thanks. How are
Terrific. You probably had no idea that you were going to be pulled on, did you?
No, and I really didn't plan on purchasing either, but you got me.
Well, why did you end up purchasing? What really hit home with you today?
Well, I've heard about you guys for a while, and I knew that I've been experimenting with some Facebook targeted ads and custom audiences and whatnot, and just knowing that my audience is really on Facebook. I've got my email marketing up and running. I use Infusionsoft, so I have a few other pieces in place, but I just really wanted a great way to grow my list. And I feel like, and I'm not totally interested in contests. I run PR and social media workshops and seminars and courses, so I wasn't really sure, but I do feel like actually, yeah, contests, giveaways, promotions, this kind of thing could be really, I don't know, just done properly through Heyo.
Awesome. Well, we actually just got our sync with Infusionsoft not too long ago, so you joined in right on time for the right webinar, so you'll be able to directly integrate with that immediately. So you'll be able to build your list. Is there anything that you have more questions about that you didn't think we covered in depth yet today?
Well, I guess one question, and I may have missed this, but is just how to promote that contest really well. So beyond just, sorry, I've got a newborn in the background, but just, yeah, getting the word out about it without being spammy. So would you recommend most, because of course you can rely on people to share once they've signed up or whatnot, but yeah, maybe I missed that, just how to properly, or how to best go about promoting your new contest.
Right. Well, there's a lot of different strategies for promoting. We give you the SMART URL. I'm not sure if you were on for that part, but the SMART URL is what you want to use to promote the contest wherever you can.
Okay.
So one of your bonuses, we're going to have a personal one-on-one strategy call, and I'll talk you through more specifics. But using that URL in Facebook posts, on Twitter, a website if you have one, your existing email list, and those initial people coming to enter it from those different avenues you already have will help market it, as you already said. But on our strategy call, we'll definitely go more in depth with how you personally, for your business, can promote to get the best results for you.
Okay, well thanks, I'm excited.
Yeah, well thanks for signing up. Welcome to the Heyo family.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks, so we've had a lot of people claiming this deal already. I'm going to try and unmute a couple more. Before I do so, I'm going to let you know I didn't think this many people would be signing up. I set up a slide just in case, But these bonuses take a lot of our time writing the blog posts, the strategy calls. So I'm only going to be able to do this for the next 3 people. It looks like there's a lot of traffic coming through and signups. I'm going to go ahead and try and unmute a few more people to see why they've signed up. But for the next 3 people, you'll get the bonuses. So heyo.com/deal2015. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute somebody else. Let's see how surprised they are. So the next person I see is Lane. So Lane, I have you unmuted. Is your mic connected?
Hello.
Lane, I can hear you. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, I can hear you. Hi.
How are you
Can you
doing
hear me?
today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So why did you decide to sign up?
Because there has to be a better solution than the Power Editor.
Well, we've showed you a better solution here today, so I hope you're ready to use it. What did you find most interesting from the content today?
Yeah.
Or all of it?
It's all of it. It's all of it.
Awesome.
It's just an interesting way to reach people, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, there just has to be a better way.
What does your business do?
I help women take their business from like 5 figures to 6.
Oh, awesome. So you kind of help with coaching businesses. Do you help with their marketing?
With marketing, I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I'm a strategist.
Awesome. I love hearing that. Well, I look forward to our strategy call down the road, and welcome to the Heyo family, Lane.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Yep. So, folks, as I said, for the next 3 people that purchase, if you're already on the purchase page, go ahead and sign up at heyo.com/deal2015. It looks like we already had 2 more come through. So make sure to get to that page and sign up before the last. Oh, we only have 1 left, so I'm going to go ahead and update this. There's 1 bonus package left. Go ahead over to heyo.com/deal2015. I'm going to try and unmute 1 more person, and then we'll get back to answering the questions. Yep, so a lot of people are still asking. It's a $300 payment for the full year. So that's not a monthly payment. That's for the full year. And you could even have one of these contests pay for that whole subscription in itself if you use these best tactics, which we can cover again on our strategy call. So it's $300 for a full year, not just the month. For those of you who are asking, I see a lot of people asking that. Yes. There is the money-back guarantee, so a couple people asked about that as well. So 30 days, 100% money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So if you're still on the fence, you want to claim that last bonus, make sure you go over to heyo.com/deal2015. Let's see if I see any other questions. Awesome. So it looks like Alex, Chris, and Brooks have covered most of the questions. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can unmute any of these other people who have already purchased to see what they thought was most interesting from the webinar here today. So I'll go ahead and see if Jerome has his mic connected. Jerome, I've got you unmuted. Do you have your mic connected?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Terrific. Where are you joining me from?
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Okay. Is that where you're originally from, or are you just located there now?
Just located here now.
Awesome. And what is the business that you decided to purchase Heyo for do?
Photography, weddings, and portrait work.
Okay, so we have a lot of photographers using the platform, and there's some great tips I can give you on our strategy call about how to effectively use it as a photographer. So what did you find most interesting today?
A lot of it had to do with the generating revenue after the offerings. I feel that's probably going to be really good for what I do in the off season, because that's when I'm typically generating leads for bookings.
Okay, and you said you do a particular type of photography?
Yeah, documentary wedding photography.
Documentary wedding photography. Okay, so how are you previously getting new email leads to get more clients?
It's been really slow. I use a studio management system that generates and collects all the emails for people who I kind of deal with for bookings and parents and families. And that's pretty much it right now. So I think the Heyo system is actually going to enable me to bump it up and use Mad Mimi a little bit more effectively.
Awesome. Great. Well, yeah, we just integrated with Mad Mimi as well. That's another one of our new ones. So you're jumping in right on time. Welcome to the Heyo family, Jerome.
Perfect. Thank you.
So folks, as I mentioned, let me go refresh. So it looks like that last bonus was already claimed. If you're still walking through the purchase process, we'll honor that if you're already on there for being live on the webinar today, but that last one was claimed. So make sure that you're going over to sign up while we're still live on the webinar to get that last couple bonuses. We already gave away all the ones we had, but if you're still on the checkout page, we'll honor them. Let me go back and check to see if we have any more questions. So people are asking if you can run ads or boost posts on Facebook to help generate traffic as well. The answer is absolutely yes. So that's a great way to get initial traffic into the contest in addition to your Facebook fans. So if you're targeting those boosted posts or promotions to fit your target audience, that's a great tool for making sure that you get initial traffic in to help market the contest. And hopefully those will be pre-qualified if you do the targeting right on those. So I am not seeing any other questions. I'm going to go ahead and walk through one more campaign for those of you who are still on to show you how that social virality effect really works. So this is a contest that was launched by King Tut's Wawa Hut, and they were giving away tickets to a concert. And in the first 5 minutes, they had a 57% conversion rate. You can see they had an integration with MailChimp. So they put that to the specific list. That's their contest. Here's their first post that they made to promote the contest on their Facebook page. So you can see a lot of engagement on this post. They linked them directly into the contest. They captured over 2,600 emails, converting over 57% of the people. That's solid. There's their contest. Once again, the ticket sales industry, and then here's what I'm talking about with those built-in share features and why this really works. So I'm going to go ahead and click play on this so you can see these are all unique tweets from their one campaign. So that click to tweet button, so it'll scroll through. I know it's going fast. That's just so we're not here all day. They had tons of unique tweets which brought in lots of new traffic into their contest, and that's why they captured so many emails, which they then used to convert into ticket sales for this event. So that's replaying now, but that was all unique tweets for that one campaign. So that's really why this works so well. And here is an email our CEO Nathan sent to the owner of this page, letting them know that they were one of the top converting campaigns from the campaigns launched the day before. It showed them the results. And then Nathan, our CEO, asked if we could feature their campaign on our blog to drive the Facebook page more exposure and traffic. And then here's the response. Hey Nathan, that's fantastic. We've had a great response, but to be honest, the contest is so good, it's driven itself. So like I said, the contests really do organically market themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner for the Heyo Notes contest. So if you haven't yet, make sure to tweet your notes to the hashtag Heyo Notes. I'll look through those, and so I see a lot of pictures here, so I don't have to sift through those right now. I can answer some more questions. I'm going to go ahead and direct message the winner of our contest later and get their information to send them that shirt. So you still have some time. Take a picture of your notes, your computer, on your notepad with your animals, whatever you have. Get crafty, shoot those over to hashtag Heyo Notes, and I'll send a free shirt to one of you shortly after the webinar. So I'm going to go ahead and look through the questions, see if we have any other last minute ones that I think will be relevant and important to all of you. That's all the content I have for you today, but if you have questions, go ahead and post them in. I see Stuart brought back up my fear of chipping golf balls over the water. we might be able to work something out, Stuart. I'll get in contact with you. But it looks like we've got most of your question answered, folks. I'm going to go ahead and leave the webinar up, so if you have more questions, feel free to pop them into the GoToWebinar questions. But that's all the information I have for you today. Thank you for joining on, folks. I know we have people all over the world, late at night, early in the morning, middle of the day. Thank you for joining on. Hopefully you got something out of this webinar definitely let us know if there's any way we can help, and I look forward to talking to you new members of the Heyo family here shortly. Thanks for signing on, folks, and we'll see you shortly.